Present.
Trustee Bolden,
Present.
Trustee Lewis,
Present.
Mayor Rudez.
Present, Madam Clerk.
Also, at this meeting, we have, could you please announce yourselves?
Fire Chief Brian Chelios, interim village manager.
Michael Castaldo Jr., Village Attorney.
Ernestine Beck Fulgham.
Okay, and Village Clerk D. Jones.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Let's do our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
The flag of the United States,
States of
America,
and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation,
under
under
God,
God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we go to our general public comments, I'll read our disclaimer. And also for the record, this meeting is going to be held for an executive session, and we will be adjourning from executive session. So we will not be after we go into executive session to an open session. Pursuant to Governor Pritzker's Executive Order 2020-07, COVID-19 Executive Order number 5, as amended, which suspends the requirements of the Illinois Open Meetings Act, requiring in-person attendance by members of a public body during the duration of the gubernatorial disaster proclamation. The members of the village board will not be physically present for the designated board meetings, but will instead be participating in the meeting through audio access using a virtual meeting platform. Public comments may be submitted in advance of the meeting to Village Clerk D. Jones at djones@university-park-il.com or by text message to the village clerk at 708-473-6201. All comments must be received by 5 p.m. the day before the meeting. Thank you. Madam Clerk, public comments. After public comments, Fire Chief Chelios, then you can leave the meeting, and thank you for your attendance tonight. Okay, public comments, Madam Clerk. What we got?
Yes, sir. We received 2 public comments, which I did forward to all of you. The first one I received was from Jana Williams, sent Tuesday, November 9th, 2021 at 10:26 a.m. And it reads as follows. Good evening, all. I want to first acknowledge and congratulate the University Park Lions on their 2021 championship, having won the Super Bowl. I also want to give a shout out to the Crete-Monee Warriors on their outstanding season as well. One thing we can say about our community is we have some bragging rights when it comes to sports. We are tremendously proud of the cheerleaders and baseball team as well. Now, on a more serious matter, we all have heard about the incident at the University Park golf course, where the golf manager gave pushback to our Director of Public Works and a crew member. This should have never taken place. The manager doesn't own the premises and had no right to talk to them in the manner she did. My understanding was even the chief of police was met with serious pushback, exclamation point. I understand the mayor shows up and literally does nothing but heads to the gym. It has been reported equipment was not on the premises where it was originally stored at. Why? What happened to it? Question mark. Another liability claim. How many have we had since he came into office? Question mark. Then there is an even more important matter, which I won't touch on. My question is, how long are you all going to sit there and nothing? Exclamation point. Put yourself in that person's place, your son or daughter. Oh, and Miss Jackson, if there really is a Miss Jackson with these letters of praise, where are you at in all of this? Question mark. Just as I thought, I can't hear you, my SpongeBob voice. The same goes to the former trustee singing praises about a bunch of factories and warehouse, a new paved parking lot that cost us $400K when Metro paved both their parking lots for $83K. Nothing for our GSU students. I'm told some may not return because our lack of eateries and retail in the community. This wasn't their idea of a college town. It's really sad that our leaderships can't see past go. I implore you, members of the board, to take a stand for your community. Stop being manipulated and bamboozled for this foolery and help us. We so desperately need it. Respectfully, Gina Williams. That was the first one.
Right.
The second one is entitled Questions Received from Vivian Covington, November 9th, 2021 at 4:41 p.m. Number one, does this administration have knowledge what is a state mandated commissions, and do they know the difference between commissions and committee? Question mark.
I'll respond to that after you get finished.
Okay. When has it been allowed that hired attorneys that does not reside in our community make final decisions for the community development? They were given that authority at one of the board meetings. Please share the ordinance where that piece of legislation was mandated. Number three, is this board aware that 7 people shouldn't decide the economic structure of this village without the stakeholders' input? Question mark. Number 4, please explain to the public what actually happened at our golf course, parentheses, because it is owned by the residents, where items were supposedly missing, question mark. Did Public Works get involved? And were the police called and dismissed by the hired people at the golf course? I just want the truth. If that happened, no one is above the law. Police officers cannot be removed. Last paragraph. I would like these questions to also be treated as FOIA requests as well. There have been times my questions were not read or responded to. So again, please, these are FOIA requests as well. Thank you for your time and attention. Vivian Covington.
Okay. And to Vivian Covington's first question, does this administration have knowledge? What is a state mandated commission? And do they know the difference between commission and committees? I guess my question is, I guess she needs a tutorial now because she sat there as the mayor for 8 years and she still don't think I know this. State mandated commissions are police and fire and planning commission. Those are the only ones that are state mandated in our commissions. The rest of them are voluntary committees, as that is still voluntary. Just for the record, Ms. Covington, in case you might have just forgot, just for your reminder, that's what they are. Planning commission, police and fire, state mandated commissions. I don't know what number 2 is or number 3. There is an elected body elected by the people to make decisions on behalf of the community. I think that's what they do. And I don't know anything about number 4. If anybody like to respond to number 4, please feel free to. It seems like the residents are privy to inside information, more information than we actually have. So if anybody would like to respond, please do. If not, we'll keep on moving. And yes, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mayor, I would just like to respond to the last paragraph of Mrs. Covington's questions, where she stated she would like these questions treated as FOIAs, and to say publicly that the Freedom of Information Act does not refer to questions. It is for your request for review or copies of village documents. So I don't see how I could take this as a FOIA, which I did respond to Mrs. Covington in writing and asked that she please clarify at what point she found her questions to be FOIA requests. And where she states that her questions were not, some of her questions were not read or responded to, my answer to that is every comment or question that I received, not only from her, but from any other person that was received in appropriate time prior to the board meetings, I have read into the records. I can't speak for the board or responses, but I have done my due diligence and would just like to put that on record.
All right. Well, thank you, Madam Clerk. And if that's it, may I have a motion to adjourn to executive
No.
session?
Okay.
What you got, Madam Clerk?
Huh?
I heard you say no. Were you waiting on? You need to do something first before we make the motion. I heard you say no.
Who?
Am I correct?
No,
Oh, I
no.
thought that was Madam Clerk. Okay, I'll make a motion, Mr. Mayor.
A
I
motion,
second it.
second by McFadden.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Thank you, Fire Chief Chelios. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Just to clarify, we're going into closed session regarding a personnel matter, so.
Yes, and we will not be coming out. We will adjourn from closed session. Thank you, Mr. Castaldo.
Okay, you're on your way.
Okay, doke.
Give me 30 seconds to turn on all of my gadgets.
Would you like me to start moving you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Get between committees and commissions. They plan on